And we're back. Okay, Righteous Boner, calm down. You literally know, I have to turn on the script. I clearly have not turned on a script yet. You insane person. You. All right, the script might now be on. I say with trepidation, knowing about to hear 7 dwarves screaming at me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, I'm turning off the script just so we don't get a false positive. We only have 7 dwarves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people got dwarfed. So, let me do a read, and we'll get you in. In order, number 4 went to Bahoon to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bahoon to me. Or was it Bahoon Tome? I've forgotten already. Bahoon Tome. 28. Got you in. Switch that to has nickname. Is it me, or is this different than it usually is? Isn't this over here? Did they do some Dwarf Therapists I don't know about? Bahoon Tome. Mr. Man TM got 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mr. Man TM is in. Righteous Boner got 5. You are the mayor, I can tell you that much. Righteous Boner got 5. 10 goes to Hellfire. 4, 8, 9, 10. You doing Hellfire? Let's get Hellfire Skyrim on there. 1 goes to Domine. 11, which would be the odd number, goes to Righteous Boner again? Hold on. Shit. Bahoon to me. Mr. Man. Dragoman. Righteous Boner was Dragoman earlier. I got confused when I saw the smiley face. Drag in men. Fuck, I typed it wrong. Whatever. Commit that through. I need to have it say what your name is. That would make that easier on me. Mr. Man. Dragoman. Dragomans for the win. Not Dragonmen. Dragoman. Dragoman. Dragomine. Then 10 went to Hellfire. That stayed the same. Then 1 went to Domine. That stayed the same. Then 11, the odd, went to Righteous Boner. And then the last one went to Cyrillac. See you first, my graduated Chulu. I am the mayor. Sorry. No. I have been robbed. I need to rename myself to Dragoman. And now we all die. All right, so that is handled. I got you in. I'm not going to sink the next 40 minutes reading everyone's descriptions. So we'll filter them in when I get a down minute. What do we have for a map? So when it said cliffs, when it said moderate cliffs, they meant 1 whole Z level. The cliffs, so to speak, are in the ocean. Why do we not have waves? I could have sworn I've seen people have waves. Oh, there we go. Yay, waves. All right, first things first. As we all know, when you are a dwarf who hates sunlight and you find yourself on the beach, the first thing to do is cut down a bunch of trees. Now, we are on Z level 100, so we're not a flat world. We did save ourselves like 40 levels. Bottom of the map is -24. Goody. Let us see what we are dealing with. I'm gonna do reveal, prospect, unreveal. So what are we dealing with on this map? Not trying to do that, trying to go up on new. We have for plants, whipvines, prickleberries, garden cress, garlic. I haven't seen garlic in like ever. Lettuce, rope reeds, plump helmets down below. Cobaltite, we love our cobaltite. I love that blue shit. Tons of gems, absolute ton of gems. Tetrahedrite, native gold. We knew we weren't gonna have iron here, but we have a bit of native gold at higher levels. Layered material, plenty of shale, lots of marble, quite a bit of quartzite, and I think we're probably gonna be building out of diorite mostly. It looks like the #1 stone. All right, bring that back to current, reduce that, and now I can try to move me out of the way. There we go. How do you change your Twitch name? Debated. How bad does the wave hit? I don't think it hits frames per second badly at all. Though you are right, we don't have it showing frames per second. Usually I have an FPS counter in the upper left. I have to turn that on at some point. Is that just a regular setting? No, I'd probably have to change it. I mean, I could easily probably change it somewhere. But I'd probably have to change it somewhere around here. Why are you so big? Oh, those are not right now. We're gonna get tons of doors. So I fixed that. Yeah, we didn't have it turned on. I had to remember. I forgot. It's a new version, so I didn't do anything with it. All right, we're already collecting the wood, so I'm gonna keep the wood down here for now. And what seems to be relatively calm between the waves right here is where I'm gonna build our fishing hut. We like the waves, we do. But we want it to, God, they go far. But we kind of want it to be calm. So build construction wall. Build those. Try to do the same on the bottom. Do floors out here of wood. Gotta have it at least that big over here on the wood. Let's bring it all the way back as far as we can. Trying to keep us safe from the waves. I don't think it'll negatively affect our dwarves, but you've always got to be careful. Everything in this game negatively affects your dwarves, even the stuff that doesn't. So let's get the pathway to the fishing built, and we can work from there. You are right. That is supposed to be enabled. Hold on. I was going to be doing some of it earlier, but I had issues. I had to fix the action cam, and that brought down the whole computer. As everyone knows, I'm not allowed happiness. All right, so I'm gonna start turning these on. I'm gonna turn off the furniture one. We don't have any of those yet, so don't even. Not doing that yet. No statues, no sweets, no tears. Not Sepe, community farm, not doing vacation time. No sweets, no adamantine. All right, here we go. They have been set up. Switch back to see all requests. Here we go. Hey, Firehawk, it has been a while. It's going fantastically. The channel's booming, the technology's booming, the YouTube is booming. Booming is good. How have you been doing, Firehawk? So they catch in central swamps because you're trying to fish in the central swamps. No voice mod request yet. No, not yet. Mostly because I didn't do any editing on the voice mods. I had a few delays this week, we'll say. Did that cancel the wall? Oh, there's sea foam on the wall. Is that gonna go away? I'm guessing it's supposed to just stay there for a bit. Yeah, it's going. Well, that's good. You missed this fight with the camera. Spoilers. He lost. Couldn't you say I lost? Can you say I lost if the action cam's in the right angle? I don't think so. I don't think I lost. I say right angle. It's at an extremely unflattering angle. It makes me look big. You mean you're unable to complete the wall? I knew it. Someone got bipped a little bit by water and complained. All right, what we need to do is we need to set the traffic area up above to restricted so that they know to try to not be up there. How big was that? Is it gonna tell me? That was 7. We'll do the same on the bottom. Drag that all the way out. And then we will set high traffic right now down the middle. Between those two, we should convince people to stay out of the way of the waves. Because when they pathfind up there, I think we get issues. And this is why I built here as far as I could from both sets of waves, so I wouldn't be having issues while building. And we still got issues, unfortunately. But a lot less than I think we would have been. Build construction floor. We need to start also ordering this floor to go all the way out. Accepting a course for the gap in the middle, which is what we will be fishing through when the building is through. 2 different throughs. Not necessarily an overseas sport, just I'm trying to get fishing and the water pumps and things set up. Wow, they did the floors fast. Up here by the build workshop Craftsdwarf, not Craftsdwarf carpenters. We're gonna need a carpenter shop to start getting things going. And we're gonna have this go naturally into the base. So we're gonna have it go diagonally in as soon as I can remember how to hit OK. We're just gonna have it go at an angle until I decide to do it straight. I'm not gonna curve this like a circle. I just want there to be natural terrain that is owned by us via the system. And then right here, we'll just cut it straight in. Really, it should have been one shorter. There we go. Boost. Firehawk, all 7 dwarves have currently been claimed. When we get migration waves, I will re-enable the script. DH. Channel all of this down. Channel you down. Bring that flush, and we'll see what we're working on from there. While we're at it, just because these annoyed me, this is why I brought it in. Channel all of that. Build construction wall. All right, I think our carpenter got built. It did not. Why is our carpenter not built? Oh no, we're already having issues. And our miner has decided building walls takes higher priority than, in fact, mining. I can get him to start channeling. There we go. I can start getting the base set up. It's really what I'm trying to get us to. Quick, everybody, redeem the push-ups before he notices. I've already noticed. You're all awful people. Awful people, and your horrible giggling ways will come back to you one of these days. All right. Holy crap, we're going through all our wood. We shall need to cut down more. DT, auto chop dashboard, auto chop on. I want us, whenever we drop below 50 logs, to go up above 250 if we can. What's that RNG? Redeem more push-ups? Well, if you insist. Is that fire clay? There is fire clay on the map. That is loam. But you are not mistaken. There is fire clay somewhere. I just don't know where it is. I wonder what happens when that cat gets pushed into the water. Construction wall. PF. And thus was our fishing hole set up. Set up you as a fishing spot. Done. They're building a ceiling over you now. The miners have begun the mining. I wish to trim most to all of this. I don't want that there. The idea being, if I'm right in my assessment, that... Nope, I've done this exactly wrong. I want that to be the way down. And up here be the doorway into the base. Which means I also want this to go away. And probably have that trimmed. Just because it's sticking out a bit ungainly. Is that where my wagon really is? Right there? Oh no, that's where I put the carpenter. That one's on me. It's like, why is the wagon right there? Carpenter, I need a grate. What did I just do? Grate, bed, table, chair. So I can start setting up the rooms. Wait, what was that log manager app? Hey, at least you have plenty of sand this time around. This is true. So in Lazy Noob Pack, I think it's just part of DF Hack. If you do D for designate, you can hit T. See how when I'm on mine, I don't see it, but if I hit T for trees, you also have the option to then hit C for the auto chop dashboard to basically just automatically set it up to where if you are below a certain amount of wood, designate the trees on the map. If you are above a certain wood, if you are above the wood, undesignate for mining. What wall? Are you talking about these or are you talking about something up here? You wouldn't be losing it if you were being smart about this. Are you fishing, by the way? Of course you are. Are you already covered in fish? He's already dumping raw mackerel at his feet. Why does this cat keep running out to the surf? Oh, because it's catching fish or something? Where did that fish come from? Did the cat catch that? Did the cat just run out to the swell and grab a fish out of the water? Is that a thing that happens? I don't remember that. Oh, that is new. DT and then C. Yep. Build grate. The grate never got built. The miner never mined. Fuck it, I guess. The tree chopper dude is at least tree chopping, build construction floor, because this needs to be covered. Remember, we're essentially at a race. We've already started setting ourselves behind the race. We started off on a bad foot because it rained earlier and our dwarves were outside. I don't think raining is necessarily the worst negative thought, but if we get the equivalent of 8 negative thoughts, then the dwarves are doomed to depression for the rest of their lives and there's no way to heal them. So we need to try to get 8 positive thoughts before 8 negative thoughts. Or else we're doomed to depression. makes sense. Just like real life. That's all it takes. 8 negative thoughts. All right. Where's the miner? All right. Fixing things. Profession. The miner, renaming you Mine King. Because really, there's not a question as to what your job is. Bahoon to me no longer has to haul wood. Bahoon to me is clear of the wood hauling. And as Bahoon to me was the first one that I assigned, we'll read his description now. Bahoon to me. Bahoon to me is only friends with 2 other dwarves, Mr. Man TM and Hellfire Skyrim. And of those 2, he'd rather off Hellfire Skyrim, owing his allegiance to Mr. Man TM. Bahoon Tome. I always get your... Bahunt? You told me this and I've forgotten it. Bahoon to me. Praise to the deity Mamgaz, who is a deity of the cremated gorge and most often takes the form of a female dwarf and is associated with war and fortresses. Bahoon to me recently thought, I feel so good, because she was drunk. Bahoon to me is mighty, but she is very flimsy. Bahoon to me likes Koboltite. I should have a button to quickly turn off the face cam. Bahoon to me likes Koboltite. Brass, gold, opal, gray, langor, leather, cabocods, thrones, dogs for their loyalty, bitter vetch for their grain, the words of the pregnant glitter, the sound of the aquamarine of trumpets, and the sight of the beige silkiness. When possible, she prefers to consume Droutha, sailfin Molly. What do you like? I like Molly, pig cheese, Perry, and dwarven sugar. She absolutely detests fire snakes. What's worse than a snake? That's right, a fire snake. She has great intuition and iron will, but she has iffy sense for music, and iffy memory, and poor creativity. She dreams of creating a great work of art someday. The pregnant glitter. You know, that glitter that has stuff in it, it's when it's pregnant. Duh! That's just how it works. How do you not know this? All right, question. I freed up the miner from hauling wood. I did not free up the miner from constructing. Okay. All right, if we're gonna play fucking Tweedledee Dinks over here, fine. You can't construct either. Can you please start the digging? And now he's, for some reason I said conduct meeting. Everyone else can do it. Stop constructing! I guess that counts as a different construction. Fuck it. You have things to do. Why aren't you just mining? God damn. I'm gonna create a weapon stockpile to possibly put picks over there if there's a pick lying around. All right, Greek mythology is exactly how it works. He sleeps with the fishes now. At least he's inside. I'll give him that. At least he's inside. All right, is he going to store items and stockpile? Am I not turning off wood hauling? Bahoon to me. Can't haul wood. Can't haul wood. Can't haul wood. What are you doing? Oh, because of the weapons. Nope, new idea. What are you doing? That's not a weapon. You're putting the fish in a barrel? The only thing allowed in this stockpile is unprepared fish. Why did you just bring a barrel over? I guess you put cave lobster in it and that counts as unprepared fish. Build workshop fishery. Might as well get this going, I suppose. We do have a fish cleaner on the map as well. Not a penis. It has no balls. What that is a middle finger. It's someone flipping you off for ordering like 19 sets of push-ups. Can you please just mine? Like, I didn't think this was that hard of a request. Do the mining. Why do you keep storing things in stockpiles? All right, let me remove all these commands because something's gone borky already. All right, remove those, please. We already have a miner who doesn't want to mine. Mine. There we go, finally. Oh, I suppose if I must do the mining, I'll live up to my job. It's not inappropriate. Carpenter needs to get demolished because it's in the way. Once we trim that in, we can see what we're working with. Where did the miner go? Drinking. Okay. Trying to think about how to do this. We're assuming that we don't need the trade carts down here. The wall here would be there, so I could already be doing that. Drag it up one. Drag it over. Connect like that. That could be a bedroom. How big were you again? You look like you were what, 6 by 6? 6 by 6. If I repeat that on the other side and use as a dining hall, we have everything internal now. Ooh. Now question, this is a new thing, so what saves? All right, we're gonna have to do something here. When it hits 4, we're gonna have to force save the game so I can exit, fix the settings, and go in. Right now, we have no autosaves happening. Which means if anything bad happens, we're screwed. The game will only save when I tell it to, and that is in times of quitting. So we'll need to bring the whole game down temporarily so I can fix the settings to reinitialize it with the correct settings. Build table. Table. Chair. Chair. Are we not getting rid of the carpenter yet? Who's the carpenter? Or Fortress, truly a sim. Up to 50. It's not even. No. First of all, I think you're forgetting a very important fact here. That that's 10 requests that I have built up, because you guys are assholes, of 5 push-ups in cadence. 5 push-ups in cadence is 1, 2, 3, 1. So that's 2 regular push-ups. So it's not 50. You guys have ordered 100. Let's be clear about this. If you're going to order them, know what you're ordering. Where's the carpenter? All right, this is the person who's getting worked next. Woodworker. Who's my carpenter? You are. Woodworker, you're an elf hater. I'll put you back on bowyery, though. You technically don't have anything stopping you. I just needed to know who I was hating on. I'm going to turn off construction and wood hauling for you as well. And then we'll do Mr. Mantium's description. Mr. Mantium has everyone as a friend. That's right, Bahoon to me, Righteous Boner, Dragoman, Cyrilak, Hellfire, and Domine. They're all friends or better. But if he had to make a choice, he would definitely abandon Domine, Cyrilak, and Bahoon to me, because only Righteous Boner, Dragoman, and Hellfire are his close friends. Mr. Mantium also believes in Mamgaz, who most often takes the form of a female dwarf and associated with war and fortresses. Mr. Mantium recently thought, huh, what was that? Mr. Mantium... There we go. Mr. Mantium is very slow to tire, but he is weak and susceptible to disease. Mr. Mantium likes selenite, pig iron, picture jasper, mongoose bone, pigtail paper, bolts, bucklers, ballista arrows, horses for their strength, and the sounds of a velvety flower. When possible, he prefers to consume sea nettle, jellyfish, and white Malay beer, though he absolutely detests rats. He has a great feel for the surrounding space, a good kinesthetic sense, a great intellect, and a feel for music. He dreams of mastering a skill someday. Friends. You can believe in me, Friendzip. Build workshop carpenters. I'm going to recreate the carpenters over here. I seem to get it out of the way of the digging, because I wanted to trim this to be even. Still hasn't been gotten rid of, has it? Arr, arr, arr. It just looks gone. What are most of them doing? All right, the table got built. Then I'm gonna make this be a dining room and assign this as a meeting hall. That way they should move in here now. Everyone's staying here, not wherever the hell you've been staying, because that was dumb and annoying. I'm gonna create an area right here that is a pen pasture to pasture our horses in, so I don't have to deal with the horses doing stupid shit. Carpenter was built, the other one was finally removed. I can trim it down. Once it is trimmed, I can remove the ramp set of nonsense we're having to deal with. The new carpenter will build 5 beds. That will leave us 5 slots, so we'll do 2 tables, 2 chairs, and a door. Now we're gonna need to build off of something around here to do infinite water, but I'm worried if I set up the screw pump somewhere, then I'm gonna, oh look, the water goes into the pond. I'm worried that I'm going to cause the waves to malfunction. Like if the water's draining somewhere. So I'll have to end up doing it down here somewhere.
Summer has arrived.
See, it didn't save. So what we're gonna do is right here, we're gonna do save games so we can exit. I'm gonna go through some of the push-ups. The push-ups. I will not use my heel to push the chair back, because the last time I did it, I ended up crippling myself. And it became a highlight and everyone got to laugh at me. Right, we good? All right, we're good. All right. 2 of the backlog completed. Game has to fully exit so I can change the settings. Turn off action cam. Default sound is 0. Frames per second counter on. Auto save seasonal. Should have been an initial save. We want to pause on save. We want a backup of every auto save. I think, oh, and pop cap. 125 with a strict pop cap of 145. Child cap should be 1010. Aquifers, yes. Entombed pets, no. I don't know if I needed to have that before I created the world, though. Cave-ins, weather, artifacts, the rest of these are good for being yeses. I think we're fine with this now, the way it is. We're gonna do that. You're gonna be a beast. Yeah, okay. I highly doubt it. Set it to the right resolution. Continue playing. What was this called again? Shit, I forgot what our world was called. I was supposed to set the title of the stream to what the map is called now. I need to figure out what that is. Make mugs. Having no mugs makes them sad. Yes, this is true. I must make the mugs. I'm wondering if I should have upped the frames per second. I think you guys only record in 30 anyways. No, I think you record in 60. It's weird. If I try to up the OBS settings, which I can, I have a lot of it doing recording. I can up what it streams, but if I up what it streams, less of you can watch. It's really weird. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. I have to purposely set it to downscale because I do everything in 1080. I even record in 1080, but I have to downscale the stream to 720 because they won't downscale it if you're big enough, or like you go into like a priority system. So if I don't downscale it to 720, those of you watching on phones or other low bandwidth contraptions, they'll try to stream it in 1080 so it'll look like it's lagging to you because they'll never give you the right things. So I have to purposely lower the bandwidth on my end. They're weird. I do not understand that system. All right, everyone gets their freebie bed right now. Did that wrong. Mr. Man TM just got a second bed. Only Dominic doesn't have a bed. I'm sure he's pleased with this knowledge. How many different containers do you keep at your liquid? Well, I have tiny Gatorade bottle. That was just for some salts, essentially. I have the actual water. I technically have the other Gatorade that was with it. Lo, the most foul of creatures with the most impronounceable name has appeared. It's Suiloic. That's how you pronounce it, right? Hello, Suiloic. Hey, dude, what's up? What is your name? My name is the RNG Strategist. The strategery of the RNG is the name. Dwarf Fortress is the game. Actually confuses some people in some games, like how do you strategy RNG? What the hell are you talking about? Shh. Don't question it. Don't question it. Also, welcome to stream, Albi War. I would invite you to get a dwarf, but we don't have any dwarves right now. They've all been dwarfed. So what I was saying earlier for the water system is we have an issue where the walls can only be 6 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is as far as the walls can be. This means the initial screw pump is going to be tiny. Unless I'm screw pumping up. Ah, that's the key. I could screw pump up and not have a worry. No worries in the world as long as I screw pump to the north. This is where we're going to set our screw pumps to create our energy generation, our freshwater generation. And if I get lucky, create the artificial aquifer again, since I don't 100% know what I did the first time. Okay, I only watch Dwarf Fortress streamers because they have little viewers count. I don't think that's true. Now, are you saying because it's not like the massive 10 millions of something doing, what is it called? I can't remember the game right now. You build while killing people. Fortnite. Talking about as a whole, Dwarf Fortress has less has less viewers. I mean, it does have a far smaller bite of the pie, so to speak, but it's still sizable. Wanting to name a child from the first wave after me. Don't say the F word. What F word? Oh, Fortnite. Play Dominion's 5 Warriors of Faith if you want to make strategy around RNG. No, play any Dominions game if you want to slowly get confused as to what's happening in, you know, in the world and your choices therein. One of the funniest things, I mean, I'm not saying it's the best or it is objectively the funniest, but one of the things that always made me laugh the most was if you did a god in Dominions game who is undead and you set up their aura so that your undeadness killed the world, like as a punish, as like you balance out your powers, and one of it can be like, oh, there's less life in your domain. That's your trade-off. But if you're already undead, that's not a trade-off. Like, you just make sure your guys don't need to eat. So you end up doing that, you just spread your domain further and further and further, and everyone ends up just slowly starving to death because of your domain. And then you never had to fight them, and they're dead now. And you're just like, I don't know what your problem is. I'm not doing anything. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. And you just watch as your domain kills them without you having to fight them. It is unfair and completely funny. I have to build a floor on that side to build that wall. Dwarf Fortress is a game I enjoy very much. Well, thank you. Pot kill the baby if you want everyone to hate you. Good way to get everyone to team up on you from turn 1. That's only if they know it's coming. No, but Dominions is a weird game. The only problem is it's got a similar issue to Dwarf Fortress. It's got a graphical / UI issue. It is a very in-depth turn-based RPG strategy game, we'll say. And the amount of things that can fight each other sounds like a child pulling names out of a hat, and it's nonsense. It's a very awesome game, but graphically, it is so ugly. It is such an ugly game that it causes issues. Yeah, lots of obscure interactions. For instance, if none of you have played the game or know what I'm talking about, here are example armies and races. 1, there is magic in the world. Just make that clear. I've already said it. The idea is that whenever you create your thing, you create your religion, the god you're playing as, and your civilization bonuses. You customize all of these. But you have like generic things. If you use this race, you tend to get these abilities by default. So one of them is the dwarves. They don't believe in magic. They believe in crafting and industry. And by crafting items, they generate mana for you to do your god points. So to do your god abilities, you have to make items. And they don't like magic, so I think they get resistances to it because they don't believe in it. All right, cool. You can also be a tree that can't move at all. You are the life tree, but you are so good at healing that any of your, like, hope people who die in combat, you just insta-res for free. Screw it, they don't die. But at the same time, you can have a necromancer undead skelly boy who is very, very weak in combat and has no direct abilities, but anywhere you establish your religion, all the plants die, so everyone just starves to death. But at the same time, in the water, You've been fighting on land. There are like 4 people fighting in the water. 3 of them are fucking a version of Cthulhu. And you think you're winning, and all of a sudden the ocean erupts, and everyone's just dying to fucking squid monsters and tritons because you were worried about the Skelly boy who was getting rid of the food. Without food, you couldn't feed your dwarves, and you didn't have the dwarves to make your crafts, so you didn't get the magic so you could build up your defenses. And now that your defenses weren't built up, Cthulhu's killing you. Fucking weird. It is an overtly complicated. Why are there 4 idlers? Build the wall. It's a very complicated game, but when you get in combat, like everything looks less than 8 bits. Like the units look like little stick figures, kind of. It's a problem. You're just like, you just see these things jiggling on combat, and then people drop, and it's like, oh, I guess I won that fight. You kind of had to do like a Dwarf Fortress, read the report log to see what the hell just happened. Yeah, I was talking about Dominions. I don't think I've done 5. I think the last one I played was 4. All right, who came in the migration wave? We went from 7 to 13, which means I'll reopen the scripting command. So we have 6 more slots for whoever's wanting to be dwarfed. First come, first serve. If you're over 6, I will have to just freebie kill you. I've got 1. Five is great. Combat is now simultaneous, where in 4 combat happen in attacker versus defender phases. I'm gonna tell you the truth, I didn't even know that. I played 4 and I did not even know that. I had no clue what the hell was going on in combat in that game. I always tended to play the strategies like the undead one, where you won via not actually doing combat. All right, I guess we only have the 1 guy getting dwarfed. That was Firehawk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one is 5. All right, Firehawk, I don't have a job for you yet, but you appear to be in animal care. 15 for Audiosities. 5, 10, 15. Audiosities, you're a chief doctor. Audiosities. Auntio. Odio. Cities. Cities, yep. Now, in a bit, I'll read your descriptions, but we have a backlog from the beginning because I wasn't just going to stop and read 6 descriptions back to back to back. So, first one up would be Hellfire. We'll read Hellfire's description. Hellfire Skyrim has 5 friends. Bahuntami, Righteous Boner, Dragoman, Mr. Mantium, and Sirlag. But Domine is only a long-term acquaintance, and he has once spoken to Firehawk, but found Firehawk not too pleasing. Hellfire Skyrim prays to Id Gusalasid, who most often takes the form of a male dwarf and is associated with mountains. Hellfire Skyrim recently thought, I'm alright, because he felt euphoric due to inebriation. Hellfire Skyrim is incredibly tough, very slow to tire, and agile, but is quite susceptible to disease. Hellfire Skyrim likes malachite, trifle pewter, brown jasper, olive wood, giant weasel leather, water buffalo horn, shields, quivers, dogs for their loyalty, badges for their underground communities, the sound of the Aquamarina trumpets, and the sight of the Cyclopean intricacy. When possibly prefers to consume giant lizard, bilberry wine, and flax flower. Though he absolutely detests bark scorpions. He dreams of mastering a skill someday. Do you ever use the Dwarf Fort Therapist optimization feature? No. Is that another way to do? You're talking about this, right? To get it to predict the numbers of people who are going to be things? I've done 2 or 3 auto planning of job things, including the attack or whatever. I end up having issues with them, like all the time. I really like to be able to be like, all right, I have 5 here, I have 3 there. I like shunting them around myself. Whenever it's automatic, I just end up sitting there staring at it like, why is no one doing this? At least when I'm doing it manually, I know that they're supposed to be doing it. Would you like me to turn on dark mode? It would look really awkward compared to everything I'm doing, but I could turn on dark mode. Or I'm lying to you. Would you like that? Would that be a less of a strain on your eyes? Dark mode is the shit. All right, we'll have dark mode. All right. So we have people with the meeting hall inside, beds inside, but we just got a new migration wave. So we'll build, I'm just gonna build 10 beds just to get that over and done with. It is time to start start building a farm and getting into the base proper, while I'm also trying to build the watering system. Watering power system. So while I'm doing that, I need to start planning out the farm. Now, we're going to be having 4 farms. We're trying to do 4 farms. We're gonna have my 3 normal ones, meaning about a 5x9 digging area, but we'll also have the communal farm, which I was trying to have set up so you guys could choose what was in the communal farm. Real question though is, where am I putting the farm? If I do this out here, if I do digging, why is this not working? DD. If I dig out here, extending that all the way out, we will say perhaps I have another one of these style rooms at some point. What I'm likely to do is to have the tunnel just curve up straight into it. Tachulu got dwarfed. I will get you in a second, Tachulu. We'll bring that up. And do you like that? We'll be fine with this. Good chance I'm gonna somehow make this either diagonal, a straighter curve, something defensible, or at the very least insurmountable, which means I can't necessarily build a farm down there. So the farm is going to be off of this room. My standard farm plot is a 2x5, a 2x5, and a 5x5. If we do this vertically, usually I also do it horizontally, so we'll change it up a little bit, we'll do it vertically. So 5, we'll have the above ground, the below ground, the clothing. That would be our regular farm. Trying to map this out. If that's the regular farm, we need the stockpile for seeds, which is really 2. The 2 stockpile for seeds. The still. The farmers. We need the stockpile in the middle for barrels. We need the stockpile for plants. And that is already kind of getting us close. So the whole thing's gonna have to be moved over 1. I'll trim off 2 from this, put 2 on the other side, so that I can bring a hallway up through the middle. Now this was a by 9, right? Which means there is a middle here. That'll lead into that farm. Separate from that farm, just because everyone got a kick out of the goofy 1 farm last time, I will have another farm. We'll only do it 3x3, just because I anticipate you guys changing this so much that I'm not gonna be able to guarantee a reliable growth out of it. We'll have a 3x3 farm over here. That'll be the community farm. I don't need that dug right now, so we'll let all that get dug. As part of that though, we need a 2x5 channel up here. That way we can grow above ground plants below ground. And if I have the wood, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 and 5. That will cover up the regular plants so that no tree can accidentally make it become above ground. The rest of it, it'd be annoying, but fixable. If you accidentally make the below ground area above ground, we're not gonna be able to grow in all of the farming areas. We had an issue with that, I think, with an early farm in the last base and 2 bases ago. So we're just gonna proactively put the flooring down now before we even dug out below it, just to prevent any trees from doing their nonsense there. We can have a garlic farm. What about a KV farm? It worked pretty well last time. We can have a KV farm, but you don't grow them in a plant. I'm not talking about a ranch. A KV farm is a ranch. We can have ranching somewhere. But we've proven time and time again. I mean, I know it's kind of a weird, you know, most every Dwarf Fortress player kind of gets, oh, that's right, someone got Dwarf. Let me get to Chulu first. Because your number can throw off his number. 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15. Here is to Chulu. Chulu, you are currently a miner. So I'm just going to reset you to Mine King. Since I know what you are. And now we have Bear Grylls 88 getting 7, 3, 6, 7. Welcome back to the stream, Bear Grylls. You are a plant gatherer. Bear Grylls, I can spell. Why can I not spell? Bear Grylls 88. All right, hold on. I'm turning off the script because that last your was the last dwarf. XACBC getting an odd number. XACBC getting the odd number. XACBC, you are also a plant gatherer. One or both of you are going to end up being haulers. And then Abiwar got the only dwarf left right now. Albiwar. Or Albiwar. The war in the Albions. The War of England. I'll gather hemp for my fort. You are currently a legendary gem cutter. Again, we're putting off. Usually I read your descriptions as you get dwarfed, but it's the beginning of the base, and so many people are getting dwarfed in such a short time that I'm having to slowly filter out the descriptions. So it's probably going to be a bit if you just got dwarfed before your dwarf gets red. I am buying Dominions 5 right now because of the earlier rant. Well, awesome. Like I said, I did 4. I think I might have 5. Doesn't matter. The whole game series is just really in depth. Just bonkers, though. Like, you can't, if you're doing, say, Command and Conquer, you could be talking about Command and Conquer, and people have a general idea. You're like, oh yeah, I had the tanks. I sent forth the mammoth tank. They had the helicopters. The communists, and we shot them. Pew, 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 pew. Tesla coil. Like, there's some words that are a bit weird. You get the idea of what they're saying. You hear someone talking to their friend about doing a multiplayer game of Dominions. No one has any clue what the hell you're talking about. You just sound insane. Like, oh yeah, I nearly had you. Who knew Cthulhu was on my coast? What? Yeah, Cthulhu, he stopped my dwarves. Oh, I was wondering, because, you know, Cthulhu has his own domain. I was wondering who was stopping my death domain. What the hell are you talking about? Hold on. Z. Stop. There we go. No units without bedrooms. We're good now. Evening, Dictator Bob Care. Bob Car. It's like Warcraft, but worse. No. It makes no sense. It's literally... So, to make it more confusing, slight pause. To make it more confusing, there are timelines. You have to choose when in the world you're fighting. If you were at, like, the beginning of history... Like, the humans are kind of like wizards or whatever. If you're like the third or fourth time period of history, the humans are like these anti-magical fucking I hate everyone fucking purists. And they get bonuses versus magic, and they won't do like diplomacy or some weird nonsense. It might not be humans, it might have been the dwarves too. Like, so everything I'm saying, I could only ever play the past history, think I know what a faction does, and then I could have a conversation with you, and if you only ever play in the later history games, we could have two very different sets of rules and not have any clue what each other is talking about. You have to like go everywhere in that to like have a good idea of what's going on. And I see we've gone over the 1 hour mark. So when this gets uploaded to the YouTube archives, thank you so much for watching. Catch you guys next time.